The Marvel Cinematic Universe is about to witness a collision that will shatter the very foundations of reality as we know it. We are talking about the long-awaited reunion between the god of stories and the legend himself, Tony Stark. But there is a massive twist that no one saw coming in this multiversal saga. The face Loki encounters won't be the hero who sacrificed everything in Endgame. It will be the cold, calculated mask of Doctor Doom. For years, we watched Loki grow from a bitter villain into the ultimate protector of the timelines. He now sits upon a throne of branches, holding the entire multiverse together with his own soul. He is the god. On the other side of the cosmos, we have the return of Robert Downey Jr. But he isn't wearing the Iron Man armor we love. He is stepping into the cold, iron mask of the villainous Victor Von Doom. This creates a psychological paradox that will break Loki's heart and our own. When Loki looks at the man trying to dismantle his multiverse, he will see his greatest rival. He will see the face of Tony. If you're hyped for this legendary face-off, make sure to hit that like button right now. Share this video with every Marvel fan you know. And don't forget to subscribe to Hollywood Talks for more updates. The history between these two characters is rooted in the very birth of the Avengers. Tony Stark was the first mortal to truly stand up to Loki's cosmic ego. He was the one who offered him a drink. Loki has spent centuries watching every version of Tony Stark live and die across the branches. He saw Tony sacrifice himself in Earth 616 to stop the Mad Titan. He saw the hero's true and noble heart. Now, imagine Loki's horror when a variant of that same man appears as a multiversal conqueror. Doctor Doom represents everything Tony Stark fought against. He is ego, power, and absolute control without any of the human warmth. The theory suggests that Doom isn't just a random variant who looks like Stark. Some leaks hint that Doom might actually be a Stark who never found his humanity. A Tony who chose cold power over selfless love. This makes the reunion between Loki and Stark a battle of ideologies. Loki has learned that true power comes from sacrifice and letting go. Doom believes that power is meant to be seized and held on forever. When they finally meet, the dialogue will likely reference their first encounter in Stark Tower. But the roles are completely reversed now. Loki is the one protecting the world, and Tony's face is the ultimate cosmic threat. There is a leaked concept suggesting that Doom will attempt to harvest the power of Yggdrasil. He needs the energy from Loki's multiversal tree to fuel his own creation. He wants to build the legendary battle world itself. To do this, Doom must physically reach the throne at the end of time. He will have to step into the void and face the god of stories. This is where the emotional core of the movie lies. Loki will try to reach the man beneath the mask. He will look for the spark of the hero he once knew. But Doom is not Tony Stark. He is a monster born from a different, darker path. This confrontation will force Loki to question his own redemption. Can he truly protect the multiverse if it means killing a version of the man who saved it? It is the ultimate test for his transformed character. We also have the superior Iron Man theory to consider for this reunion. Some insiders believe we might see a genuine Tony Stark variant alongside Doctor Doom. A Tony who survived his own timeline's total sudden collapse. This variant could be the key to helping Loki understand Doom's origins. Imagine a scene where God Loki, superior Iron Man, and Doctor Doom are all in the same room. The multiversal energy would be absolutely insane. This would allow for a true reunion between Loki and a version of Tony. They could share a moment of mutual recognition. To survivors from the original 6, now existing beyond the reach of any normal time, the tragedy of this reunion is that it can never be permanent. Loki is bound to his throne, and Tony is a ghost of a dead era. Their meeting is a fleeting spark in a dying multiverse. But it provides the closure that Loki never got. In the original timeline, Loki died before he could see Tony's final triumph. Now, he gets to see the legacy of the man he once truly and deeply hated. The breakdown of the latest Doomsday teasers suggests that the TVA is involved. Mobius and the Hunters might be the ones who lead the Avengers to Loki's location. They are the bridge between these divided worlds. If Doom captures the TVA, he gains access to the loom and the tree. He essentially becomes the master of Loki's fate. The god of stories would become a prisoner of the man in the mask. This mirrors the relationship they had in 2012. Back then, Loki was the captor and Tony was the defiant hero. Now, the roles have shifted in a way that feels poetic and devastatingly cruel for the fans. Marvel is leaning heavily into the nostalgia of the original Avengers lineup. By bringing RDJ back, they are forcing the characters to deal with the trauma of the past. No one will feel this more than Loki. We have to remember that Loki is the only one who truly understands the multiverse. The other Avengers are just starting to realize how big the stakes are. Loki has lived through the end of it all. His perspective on Tony Stark is unique because he has seen thousands of Tonys. He has watched Tony become a father, a king, and a corpse. He knows Tony better than almost anyone else currently still alive. When he looks at Dr. Doom, he won't just see a villain. He will see a tragedy of what could have been. He will see a version of Tony that never found the light. This is heartbreaking. The theories regarding Secret Wars suggest that this reunion leads to a reboot. Loki might have to let go of the multiverse to allow a new one to be born. He might have to trust Tony's face. Think about the emotional weight of Loki and trusting the future to a man who looks like Stark. Even if it's Doom, Loki might see a path to redemption for him. He always believes in the second chance. This is the core of the Hollywood Talks theory for today. Loki and Tony's reunion isn't about fighting. It's about the legacy of heroes and the shadows they leave behind in the vast and infinite multiverse. The visual contrast between Loki's green magic and Doom's silver armor will be stunning. It represents the clash between the natural growth of stories and the cold hand of scientific order. It is nature versus machine. If Loki falls, the multiverse falls with him. Doom knows this. He doesn't want to destroy the branches. He wants to prune them into his own garden. He wants to be the new and only gardener. The upcoming trailers are expected to show a glimpse of the throne room. Fans are dissecting every frame for a hint of a red and gold suit. Even a small cameo would send the internet into frenzy. Make sure you are subscribed to Hollywood Talks so you don't miss our trailer breakdowns. We are tracking every leak and every rumor leading up to the 2026 release. The hype is getting very real now. There is also a rumor about a Soul World reunion. If Doom uses the Soul Stone, he could pull the consciousness of the original Tony Stark. This would lead to a three-way conversation between the legends. Imagine the original Tony Stark spirit talking to God Loki about Dr. Doom. He would likely be disgusted by what Victor is doing with his image. He would urge Loki to finish the fight once and for all. This would be the ultimate fan service moment that actually serves the plot. It brings the Infinity Saga and the Multiverse Saga together in a single, powerful scene. It honors the past while building the future. The chemistry between Tom Hiddleston and Robert Downey Jr. has always been electric. Their off-screen friendship will undoubtedly translate into incredible on-screen tension. They are masters of their craft in the modern MCU era. Every word they exchange will be heavy with subtext. When Doom speaks, Loki will be looking for the rhythm of Tony's jokes. But he will only find the coldness of a conqueror's demands and heavy silence. This reunion is the anchor of the entire film. Without the emotional connection to Tony Stark, Doom is just another powerful villain. With it, he is a personal nightmare for every surviving Avenger and every fan. Loki will likely be the one to assemble the multiversal team. He will reach out across the timelines to find the heroes who can stop Doom. He will become the Nick Fury of the entire multiverse. He might even find a version of Tony Stark who is a young boy. Or a Tony who never became Iron Man. The possibilities for a reunion are endless when you have the power of all stories. But the most likely scenario is the one that hurts the most. Loki and Tony meet, they realize they are on opposite sides, and they must destroy one another. It is a tragedy of Asgardian proportions. As we get closer to the release of Avengers Doomsday, the leaks will only get bigger. We already know that the Fantastic Four and the X-Men are joining the fray. The scale is absolutely massive now. But at its heart, the movie needs a personal story. The bond between Loki and Tony is that story. It's about two men who started as enemies and ended as the pillars of all known reality. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and share the video. We want to hear your theories in the comments below. Who do you think will win this multiversal war in the end? Will Loki sacrifice his godhood to stop Doom? Or will Doom prove that a man of iron is stronger than a god of stories? The countdown to the May 2026 premiere has officially and finally begun. Stay tuned to Hollywood Talks for all the latest updates on the MCU. We are your #1 source for movie news, breakdowns, and theories. See you in the next video. True believers, stay tuned. We also need to discuss the role of the Time Variance Authority in this reunion. Paradox or a new leader might try to prevent Loki from interfering. They fear the consequences of a reunion. A meeting between a dead hero and a god shouldn't happen. It creates a nexus event that could collapse the entire timeline before Doom even acts. The stakes are truly higher than they ever were. Every branch Loki holds is a life he is protecting. Doom's arrival puts those billions of lives at risk. The reunion isn't just a moment of talking, it is a battle for our existence itself. Loki has grown so much since the days he tried to rule Earth. He now understands that ruling is a burden, not a privilege. He will try to teach the villain Doom this difficult lesson. But Doom is a man of science and ego. He won't listen to the superstitions of a god. He will view Loki as a battery to be drained for his own scientific and temporal advancement. This ideological gap is what makes their meeting so compelling. It's magic versus science, humility versus pride, and fate versus free will. It is the ultimate Marvel showdown of the year 2026. Keep watching us.